This is a continuation of children in an abusive, emotional abusive relationship or whatever relationship. But we should always note that children can be badly affected by abuse in a relationship. Therefore, we should always note the child's behavior, the child's action, what's going on. Sometimes when children are quiet, we should never ever think that that child is a quiet child. That child is trying to figure out what is going on in the world. So if the child cannot speak to you, maybe somebody else in the family or a professional will probably ask. But sometimes you have to avoid professionals, because in certain situations, professionals begin to analyze that child until they put things in the child's mind, which is not the case. So avoid professionals in the first instance. Then see how best you can talk to the child, but always remove a child from a situation which is toxic. There are so many relationships which are toxic. And people who abuse other people are not of God, because God is love. If you love someone, you will never abuse that person. Emotionally, nor physically. You will never think of abusing that person, because God says, love me and love yourself and love your neighbors, or love your neighbors as yourself. But if you love yourself, you are made of God. And if you are made of God, the next person who is your neighbor is made of God too. So both of you are of the same Father. You have to love that person. Whether the person is a stranger or whoever that person might be, love that person. Care for that person. When you care for others, your needs are looked after. Your needs are taken care of. Never ever abuse people. Abuse is a wrong way. So therefore, if we fail to understand what's going on in our children's lives during our relationship, then we are party to that situation. So we should not always be thinking only us, the mothers or the women. We should be thinking about the children as well, because they are part of that relationship, and therefore we should always notice what's going on, speak to them as often as possible, find out how they're doing, if everything is okay, talk to them so that they don't feel ignored whilst that situation is going on in the relationship. I love you, and take care. Look after yourself, look after your children. God is love. And like the channel, leave your comments.